Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashta Prayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, English, no? Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 35, text number 6 and 7. Barhina Stabaka Dhatu Palashair Baddha Malla Paribhara Vidamba Karichet Sabalaha Ali Sa Gopai Gah Samahvayati Yatra Mukundaha Tarhi Bhagna Gatayaha Saritaha Vai Tat Padambuja Rajaha Anila Nitam Sprahayat Yatihi Vayam Iva Abahu Punyaha Prema Vepita Bujaha Timita Apaha. So this section of Bhagavatam is known as Yugala Gita, 2 verses together, and very confidential subject matters are discussed in this particular section of Gita. All of you must have heard for the past 2-3 days about Yugala Gita, that in Srimad Bhagavatam you have some people say 5, some people say 6, whatever it may be. We have many Gitas, especially by the Gopis. Like the Bhagavatam is Krishna, and Krishna is a person, Bhagavatam is also a person. And like a person has pancha prana, vayus, the Bhagavatam also has vayus. And we live because of the vayus. Pana, apana, samana, udana, vayamana, like that. The same way these Gitas sung by the Gopis, they are known as the pancha prana of Srimad Bhagavatam. If you have Bhagavatam, Krishna is Bhagavatam. You have 12 cantos compared to the 12 aspects of Krishna's body. Pado, Yadiyo, Pratamadvitiyo. Padav, Yadiyo, Pratamadvitiyo. The 2 feet of Krishna, lotus feet of Krishna, are compared to the first 2 cantos of Bhagavatam. And the thighs of Krishna are compared to the 3rd and 4th canto of Bhagavatam. The navel of Krishna is Nabhistata Panchameva Shashtaha. Nabhi of Krishna is the 5th canto of Bhagavatam. The 6th canto is the heart of Krishna. And 6th and the 7th canto, 7th and 8th canto, they are the 2 hands of Krishna, Bhujau. Kantastu Rajan Naumo Yadiyo. ninth canto is the Kantha or the neck of Krishna. And the face, Mukharavindam Dashamam Prafullam Lalapattapattam Dashamam Prafullam. The 10th canto is the face of Krishna, and especially the 5 Rasapanchadhyay, the 5 Adhyayas of Bhagavatam, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 10th canto. They are known as Rasapanchadhyay. These 5 Adhyayas are the 5 chapters of Bhagavatam, 10th canto. They are the smile of Krishna. And the Matha means the forehead of Krishna is the 11th canto of Bhagavatam. Shiropi Dvadasheva Bhati Tamalavarnam Suhitavataram Karuna Nidhanam. Where is he put his Karuna? Bhagavata Swarupam. In Bhagavata he has put his Karuna. So that Krishna, if he is a person, then Bhagavatam is a person. And the Bhagavatam person, every person has a prana. Your life, 5 ayus, Mukhya prana is there, and another 4 pranas are there. What is the prana of Bhagavatam? So these are the 5 Gitas which are found in Srimad Bhagavatam. These 5 Gitas are, the first one is the Venu Gita, 21st chapter. You have Venu Gita. This Venu Gita is also a kind of a separation from Krishna. Most of the Gitas are spoken in separation from Krishna, but especially the Venu Gita, it is talking about the separation which the gopis are experiencing from Krishna, but in a very special way. What is that experience which they are having? That is the Purvaraga separation. They cannot meet Krishna publicly, talk to him. At the same time, they have developed love for Krishna. Krishna is there, at the same time they cannot exchange words, they cannot do anything because their parents are there, the gopis there, their brothers are there, their parents are there, some gopis' husbands are there, and they have so much of love for Krishna, and they want to go and speak to him, they cannot. And especially when Krishna is going to the forest. Pravishad Gita Kirtihi. Pravishad Gita Kirtihi. When Krishna is going along with all the cowherd boys, they are all singing glories of Krishna, and he is playing Adhara Sudayam. This Venu is playing, and Krishna is going into the forest. At the time, all the gopis are experiencing separation. It's the morning pastime. Krishna, he leaves to Cowherd. As Cowherd, he goes to the forest along with the cows. It's the morning pastime. So then the second Gita, which is there in the Srimad Bhagavatam, is the Gopi Gita. Of course, before the Gopi Gita, one more Gita is also added, known as Pranaya Gita. This Pranaya Gita is actually the time when Krishna says to the gopis, why have you come? Krishna plays the flute on the Sharat Purnima, Sharadiya Ras. This is Maharas. Sharadiya Ras is the Ras which Krishna involves all the gopis. The Nityasiddha gopis, along with them, they are also there. They are Rishichari gopis, Devachari gopis, Shrutichari gopis. All gopis are there in Maharas, which is known as Maha Sankirtan, which happens when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he takes this non-cooperative movement against Chandkazi. He takes Maharinam Sankirtan, that is compared to the Maharas, which happens in Vamshivata. Nityaras happens in Govardhan and other places also, but Maharas, it happened in Sharadiya, Sharat Purnima. Vasantaras in Govardhan. Sharadiya Ras happens in Vamshivata. Tatasthaha Karsham Venu Swaner Gopir Gopinatha Shreyastunaha. So this Gopinatha, he plays the flute and he calls Nishamya Geetam Tadanangavardhanam. When Krishna played the flute, all the gopis, they came running. So when they came, they surrendered to Krishna. Then Krishna told to them, Swagatam no Mahabhaga Bhaga Kim Karavamaha. Please tell, O gopis, what can I do for you? Why have you come here? And this is all Nishi, this is all night time. Ghora Rupa, there are so many wild animals here. You are Vanitaha, Sumadhyamaha. You are beautiful, thin waist gopis, you have come, and these are Krura. Animals are there. Pratyata naiham steyaha. Go back. It's not good place for you. What will people think? I'm a young boy and you're young girls. People, and your parents will be searching for you. Please go back. So then the gopi is hearing the nishamsham, the very harsh words of Krishna. Krishna, a very harsh person. We say, Hey Krishna Karuna Sindho, but actually where is Karuna for him? The gopis gave everything, Santyajya Sarva Vishayanta Avada Moolam, the gopis say. Gave up everything and came to you, and you say, why have you come? You only called. You played the flute and you called. And after you, we came running to you, and then you say that, why have you come here? What is the reason? Go back. So this is one kind of viraha which they are experiencing, that Krishna is in front of them, but still they are having viraha of being rejected by Krishna. That is one kind of viraha. That is known as Pranaya Gita. Very, very, very exalted prayer, Pranaya Gita. 11 verses Pranaya Gita is there. Krishna speaks 10 verses in the first chapter of the Rasa Panchadhyaya, that is 29th chapter. And then there is viraha, experience with the gopis in the Gopi Gita. Gopi Gita is very famous. Generally people know Gopi Gita, that is more famous. And people sing Gopi Gita, but you should know there are many other Gitas. This is also Gopi Gita, the gopis, they sing this Gopi Gita in separation from Krishna. They are experiencing separation from Krishna because they just were participating in the rasa and they are searched for Krishna, hatas. They became completely dejected. And then they sat down on the Yamuna Pulina and then started singing in separation from Krishna, expressing their prema in the saying that Yatte Sujata Charanam Burham Staneshu. Sujata Charanam Burham Staneshu. You keep your lotus feet on our breast. Bita Shanehi. Bita Shanehi. Please keep it slowly because our breasts are so hard, it may actually cause pain to your lotus feet, to Krishna. Because the gopis, they have a special affection from Krishna. And it is clearly told it is as lust. Kamat, gopyak kamat, bhayat kamsaha. Bhagavatam says gopis have kama for Krishna. That kama is generally known as prema, but actually it is kama. It is actually the gopis have lust for Krishna. And that also there are kama rupa. There are two kinds of things. There is sambhoge chamahi and tattad bhave chamahi. Rupa Goswami talks about it in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. There are two kinds of kama rupa. Chandravali wants to be directly with Krishna, no Radharani, but we are not in that group. We are in the tattad bhave chamahi. We want to experience the sweetness of Radha Krishna prema. Not that only Krishna. No, I am with Krishna, he is sweet. No. That is Chandravali Paksha. But our Paksha is different. Even in that also, our Manjari. Of course, that is a different subject matter. Once we get into this thing, we cannot just we go deeper and deeper, then we lose the subject matter for today's verse. Even we have not chanted the verse. Just to give you a small, brief thing about it. And after Gopi Gita, then we have this Gita called the Yugala Gita. And this Yugala Gita is also the Gita where the gopis are experiencing separation from Krishna when Krishna is about to come back. Just imagine they experience separation for the whole day. Whole night they are experiencing union. In the Purva Rag, there is no experience of union, there is only experience of separation. But in the Pranaya Gita, in the Yugala Gita here, there is experience of separation when there is experience of union every day in the night. There is Ras, Nitya Ras going on every day in the night. Just imagine how powerful this will be. And now Krishna has gone to the forest along with all the cowherd boys and is coming back. This Leela happens in the afternoon between 3:36 p.m. till 6 p.m. This is the time when Krishna is coming back from the forest. And the gopis in their Divyonmada, they are imagining Krishna. What Krishna is doing in the forest and he is about to come back. And the time is about to come when we are going to meet Krishna in the Ras in the evening. As the time comes near when you are going to meet your beloved, at that time the viraha becomes more and more. The experience of separation becomes more and more. When this word viraha comes, the word viraha means generally in English separation. Actually very difficult to give such talks in English language. It should be in your mother tongue. Best is to speak in your mother tongue. If not Sanskrit, at least in your mother tongue it should be given. Of course, we have different mother tongues, what to do? Rasa cannot be experienced. It is very difficult to experience and express rasa in a language called English, which is very foreign to all of us. Though we are using it, it is very foreign to all of us. But still, somehow, we are trying to manage something. So, this Gita, which is known as the Yugala Gita, it is very interesting because there the gopis have tasted Krishna's nectarine lips. And once you have tasted and you have not got it, that is very dangerous. You have not tasted, but still you want to taste, that much of anguish is not there. Like for example, you have never tasted rasgulla, or you have not tasted rasgulla, and someone keeps rasgulla. And then you feel, oh, when I am going to get, when I am going to experience. But the more difficult is somebody takes a small piece and puts in your tongue. And then shows the rasgulla. And that is more dangerous. That experience is more dangerous. That is what Yugala Gita is all about. Krishna is making them taste his madhurima in the night, every day. And now Krishna is making them suffer. Suffer. That is what the gopis say, what do you want to do? You want to kill us? Jayati tedikam janmana vraja. Sharatu indira shashvatatrahi. So in the whole Gopi Gita say, what do you want to do? You want to kill us or what? Nobody is more cruel than you. Nisham sham, cruel words, cruel person. That Krishna, he is making them, the gopis taste the madhurima of his lips. At the same time, in the morning, whole morning, he is making them suffer. In that mood, these gopis are singing this Yugala Gita. Yugala Gita, while they are singing, they say, oh Lord, you are not only making us suffer, you are making the entire Vraja suffer. That is the subject matter of Yugala Gita. 2 verses as a Yugala. Yugala means 2. Yugala Kishore, Radha Krishna. Radha Krishna is Ashraya Tattva and Radharani is Ashrita Tattva. The same way here, Yugala, 2 verses are together. So 1 verse in each couplet. First verse talks about a subject, Vishaya. And the Vishaya is experienced. What is the result? Experience, Prayojana is discussed. Vishaya and Alambana, these are some technical words I am forced to use without explaining them because what to do? This cannot stay without speaking these words because our acharyas have given very deep commentaries on these verses explaining the technology of rasa. The technology of rasa, that is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Ujjvala Neelamani, and many other wonderful acharyas, literatures. The technology of the rasa have been discussed. No one till date have actually spoken about rasa tattva in this such a way because rasa is a taboo. For any spiritualist, rasa means material. But actually, by writing this book, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Srila Rupa Goswami Pada established, if at all there is rasa, it is only bhakti is the only rasa. Till Rupa Goswami wrote this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, people thought that rasa should not be even spoken. What to speak of experiencing, trying to know what it is. By those who are in the path of spirituality, rasa should be rejected. Because till that time, people thought rasa means only material rasa. But Rupa Goswami established rasa actually means bhakti. There is no rasa in this world. And he gives a whole nice, wonderful description of the technology of the theory behind, the technology behind rasa. And why? Because Krishna is raso vai saha. Labdha anandi bhavati. Labdha anandi bhavati. Raso evayam. Labdha anandi bhavati. Upanishad still. Upanishad talks about this rasa. Shamat shamalam prapadde. Shamalat shamam prapadde. Radha Krishna Anyonya Prema. Even the Upanishad talks about it, but nobody unearthed them. Only our acharyas have done, especially Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So, Akhila Rasamrita Murtihi, Prasimira Ruchiruddha Taraka Palihi, Kalita Shamalanito, Radha Preyan Vidurajayati, Bhakti Rasamrita in the first verse. So now here Yugala. One is, there is Vishaya, that is Krishna, subject. When you experience what is the effect of that experience when you experience Krishna, that is in the second verse. That is actually these 2 verses are Radha Krishna only. If you want to see, you can see Radha and Krishna in these couplets. Radha Krishna dancing. There is no ras in the morning time. It's only in the night time ras. What is the morning ras? Yugala Gita. Yugala Gita is morning ras. Because viraha means vishesha rupena rahastane milana. In the Gaudiya Vaishnavism, there is no separation. We say, oh, when Radharani is separated from Krishna, how can Radharani be separated from Krishna? It can never be. I'll just a small anecdote. Srila Prabhupada, when somebody wanted to establish, or in Mayapur, they wanted to have the deities of Prabhupada established in the temple. So somebody told Radha Madhava and Ashtasakis are there, we have to keep Prabhupada in the front. And somebody told, no, how can you keep so far? We should keep somewhere aside like Vrindavan. Then devotees went, let us go and ask Prabhupada where to keep. And one devotee told Prabhupada, we wanted to place you in front of the deities, you can have darshan of Krishna, Radha Madhava. And somebody told Prabhupada, you will be so far from Krishna, Radha Madhava, so you're thinking keeping you near. Prabhupada became very angry. He told, I am always near Krishna. Who are you to take me far away or near? And he also told, I am always having darshan of Krishna. It is not that you keep in front and then only I will have darshan of Krishna. If I keep here, I will have darshan of somebody else. No. Always. Tad bhavat. Atma bhaveshu yaha pashyetsa bhagavatottama. Bhagavatottama, what they do? They see, pashyati. Whatever they see, they remember only Krishna. Tad bhaveshu, whatever bhava they have, according to the bhava, they see Krishna everywhere. This is the gopis. They are seeing. In this verse you will find. In this song actually, I am forced to say it's a verse, but actually it's a song, a Gita. But what to do? I cannot sing. I am not a singer, so I had to do the chanda for it. Actually it's supposed to be sung in a raga. Either Carnatic, Drupad, or Hindustani, whatever may be your Shastriya Sangeet, they should be sung. Bhagavatam should be sung. Especially the Gitas have to be sung. So coming back to the subject, Viraha. V means special, Raha means secret. So, Viraha is also a milan. Where they Radha and Krishna, where they are meeting. And the gopis, Krishna is meeting the gopis, gopis are meeting Krishna where? In the Rahasthana. What is the most Raha? Raha means confidential space, most secret place. What is the most confidential, what is the most secret space? Heart of Srimati Radharani. Our heart is full of kachara. Maybe my heart. But Srimati Radharani's heart, that is most confidential. It is so confidential that even Krishna doesn't know what it is. That is the word Viraha comes from. Even Krishna becomes bewildered. What is going on in the heart of Srimati Radharani? What is she experiencing? Sri Radhaya Pranaya Mahima Kidrisho Vaneva. And not only Krishna wanted to know, he had the greed to know. Lobhat, Vetti Lobhat. Krishna becomes greedy to know what's in the heart of Srimati Radharani. That is the Rahasthana. Most secret. Viraha, Visheshurupena Raha means actually the ras is going on in the heart of Radharani and all the gopis. That is Yugala Gita. You may say, oh, ras is not there. No, he's there in the heart. The confidential, most confidential place is going on. Where Govardhan, Yamuna, entire Vraj is there. When they do ras, they do a particular place. When the morning ras happens in the hearts of the gopis, that ras is actually Yugala Gita. That is the speciality of Yugala Gita. We are only discussing about Yugala Gita. Discussing Yugala Gita will be unfathomable, very, very tough. What Ananta? Ananta is just glorifying Krishna. But what about the sweetness? If Ananta talks about the sweetness of Krishna, he will be stunned. He will be stunned. If you talk about the sweetness of Krishna, you will be stunned. You cannot speak. How can you speak about the sweetness of Krishna? Like Narad Muni in his Narad Bhakti Sutras. He says, Mukha Swadatvat. If you put a rasgulla in somebody's mouth and ask him, how is it? He'll be able to explain? It is foolishness to explain. You cannot explain what rasgulla is. Especially a dumb person cannot explain. He can only make some signs. Oh, like this, that's all. A dumb person. In the same way here, talking about the sweetness of Krishna, you'll be stunned. What experience you can have? Nobody can do that. We can only just try to speak what our acharyas have written, what they have experienced, and what out of great mercy they have left Uchishta. Yes, Swanubhava Mikala Shrutisharamekam. What Sukadeva Goswami experienced, he just gave a few drops of his experience in Bhagavatam. The same way, when the Bhagavatam was experienced by our acharyas, they gave few drops to us, that's all. Okay, some drops. Rasgulla, when you press that rasgulla, you'll get some few drops when you fall down. Somebody is eating rasgulla, few drops fall down. That is what you can get when the acharyas are experiencing. Rupa Manjari is experiencing, Rupa Goswami is experiencing, Sanatana Goswami is experiencing. So their anubhavas are there in their vyakhyanas. So especially when you read the vyakhyanas of these acharyas, Brihad Vaishnavatoshani. What a name of the book. Sorry, I'm not going to speak about these two verses. Brihad, I'm just going to give introduction, that's all today. Brihad Vaishnavatoshani. Brihad, very great. Vaishnavatoshani, which is going to give pleasure to the Vaishnavas. Sripad Sanatana Goswami Pad gives vyakhana to these verses. And he's experiencing, when he's writing, he just goes mad. Maybe this must be the case, this must be the reason, this must be the reason, or this may be the reason. He goes totally mad. Actually, they express their madness. That is why this verse, in this verse, it comes alibihi. Alibi means they are madness. Yayalibihi. Chant this verse. I want to come to this verse. First, this Yugala Gita is the surcharge with this thing. Now, Krishna is going, leaving. Akrura is taking Krishna. That is known as Viraha Gita. This Viraha Gita is a very, very sorrowful. Some of the acharyas, they are told that we don't want to count this Viraha Gita as Gita, because if you say everybody will read that, and when they read, how can they read? They will die. You just cannot read. When you hear the cry of the gopis, you will just die. In the 39th chapter, you have this Viraha Gita, Akrura is taking, and Krishna. It is like somebody coming and taking your soul away. It's like that. Even it is more than that. Somebody takes your soul out. How you feel? That is nothing in front of the gopis, what the gopis felt when Akrura is taking Krishna, because Krishna is their Atma. Paramatma. One of the meaning of the word Paramatma, we know a Paramatma Tattva hai, who is everybody's heart. When the gopis, they say, you are Paramatma, they are not saying that you are Paramatma. You are Parama means topmost, Atma means very dear, soul, you are our life. Atma means life, the gopi is life. They consider Krishna's life, Krishna as their life. For them there is no life. We have completely surrendered. We want to give up our life, but we are living just for the sake of Krishna. Man manaska matapasya. Krishna says to Uddhava this thing. The gopis, they actually man mana bhakto. The same verse, Krishna, when he spoke to Uddhava, he is thinking of the gopis and saying, describing what I told in the Bhagavad Gita, man mana bhavat bhakto madhyaji maam namaskuru. That meaning of that verse, I don't even know what I spoke. I don't know the meaning of this verse. Sometimes Krishna speaks something, even sometimes we speak something we don't know, like I am doing. I don't know what I am speaking, but still is speaking. So Krishna also speaks. Sometimes it's habit. So Krishna is speaking. Man mana bhavat bhakto. He spoke the entire Bhagavad Gita. Man mana bhavat bhakto. And he asked, what do you mean by that? I don't know. He tells Uddhava, when I saw the gopis, when I think of the gopis, I get to know something about what I spoke in the Gita. What is mad bhakta? Man mana bhava mad bhakta madhyaji maam namaskuru. Man manaskaya, mat prana. So these gopis, he is glorifying them, and in this way the Yugala Gita goes like this. Viraha Gita, that is Bhavan Viraha. Viraha is of three kinds, according to the past, present and future. Bhuta, Bhavi, Bhavan. Bhuta Viraha means the gopis, they think of Krishna. Once Krishna was dancing and he leaves the gopis. Thinking about that, they experience separation. That is called Bhuta. Bhavan, Krishna may leave. That is Prema Vaichitya. Krishna may leave me. Yeah, Krishna is next to him, but still a thought comes, he may leave. In Prem Sarovar, this Leela happens. Prema Vaichitya Leela. Prema, Krishna, Radharani is sitting in the lap of Krishna. There was one Brahmara, Madhu. It is roaming around going like this. At the time Madhumangal comes and he drives because it is disturbing Radha, Krishna, Prema Rasa. So he drives them. And he comes and tells, Madhusudana has gone. Madhusudana, that bumblebee is also Madhu, is nectar, Sudana. It is also one of the names of bumblebee. Madhusudana is gone. So Radharani is sitting in the lap of Krishna and starts crying and experiencing like a loud cry, like when a beloved leaves the body at that time, how the cries of that wife or that girl. Started crying and took so much to pacify. No, you are sitting in the lap of Krishna. That's Prema Vaichitya. In the wonderful Govinda Leelamrita, one more beautiful, there Radha and Krishna are sitting together and they are engrossed in their pastimes. All of a sudden, Radharani is not able to see Krishna sitting next to him. Because Krishna, Radharani's effulgence is falling on Krishna's body, a dark colored compression Krishna's body, and is reflecting. When there is a very powerful reflection you cannot see. So Krishna is sitting next and Radharani sees Krishna is gone. Because, though he is not, and that is also Prema Vaichitya, like that. That is called Bhavan Viraha. Bhuta Bhavan. Bhavi means what is happening now. Now Yakrura came and is taking Krishna on the chariot. Krishna and Balaram sitting on the chariot at that time. That 39th. And then ultimately Krishna has gone. It's long time now. He's in Mathura. Then Srimati Radharani experiences the Viraha. No other gopis are experiencing that kind of Viraha that Radharani experiencing. That Viraha experienced by Radharani is described, or she speaks it out in the other Gita, the last Gita known as the Brahmara Gita. Divyonmada, which can be only experienced by Srimati Radharani, not other gopis. They are also stunned looking at the madness of Srimati Radharani. Krishna is stunned looking at the madness of Srimati Radharani. That is Brahmara Gita. So these are the 6 Gitas. Viraha Gita, sometimes they add Viraha Gita, sometimes they add Pranaya Gita, and ultimately they make it only 5. Sometimes they say 6. Of course, some people add more Gitas. Mahishi Gita, in the last section of Bhagavatam, that is the queens of Rukmini. They also add, there is also one kind of Viraha. They glorify the gopis. And here the Shruti Gita, Shruti Stuti, that is also one kind of Gita where they also glorify the gopis. That also can be added. You can make it 5, 6, 7. We don't want to get into the numbers, we just want to get into the subject. And these Gitas are actually, Gita means you should sing. They all sang, but when you put it in the scripture, you can only have what? You can only have the chanda. So, the chanda in which you have this particular Gita, Yugala Gita, is known as Swagata Chanda. It is Swagata Chanda. Now Venu Gita is also having a very unique Chanda, Venu Gita. It is known as Pushtitagra Chanda. And then you have Venu Gita, and after this Venu Gita, the second Gita, as you all know, is known as Pranaya Gita. This Pranaya Gita is a very simple chanda, a normal chanda. Maybe it is Vasanta Tilaka Chanda. And then you have Gopi Gita. This Gopi Gita, till date, nobody has named the chanda till now. It is a very unique chanda, and you don't find this chanda used by any other Gita. No other literature. till date has used this chanda. That is why they have not even especially named what this chanda is also. Of course, there must be some name, but I have not seen it. And it is not very vikhyata. Yugala Gita is in the Swagata chanda, and when you sing it, it is known as raga. Every chanda can be sung in different ragas and different tunes. That depends on the expertise of the musician. I am not a musician, very tattvika person. That is why music is somehow Krishna has not blessed me with music. Because maybe I am a sick person, there is no music. So I can do the chanda, that's all I can do, not the singing part of it. The singing part can be done by the Hindustani, means North Indian singing. For those who are adept, they can sing in Vrindavana Ramya Stha. That music you can sing this, but you have to fit that thing, and you can do abhyasa, those who are into harmonium and singing. So that tune you can put into this. There are some, I know certain South Indian tunes for this, but I have not experienced or not practiced it, so I will not do that. Let us go to the chanda. Swagata chanda. It is exactly like swagata means welcoming, like you're welcoming. And you say, welcome Lord. Just see. It's timing. Krishna is accepting what we are speaking. Welcoming, swagata chanda, like welcoming Krishna, welcoming Gaurnitaya Radha Rasa Vihari. So swagata chanda has got 11 syllables. It's 11 syllabled thing. So I'll recite the two verses together, because if I chant one line and then you chant another line, it is not going to be really relishable. Then we'll do that. Once I'll chant, then you get the proper meter. After that you can repeat after me. Barhinastava gadatu palashair baddhamalla paribhara vidambha karhichit sabala alisa gopair gasamahayati yatra mukunda tarhi bhangagatayas sarito vai tatpadambujarajo nilanitam sprayatir vayamiva bahu punya prema vepita bhujastimitāpaha. This is the chanda for it, swagata chanda. Barhinastabhagadadu palashair. It goes, chant. Barhinastabhagadadu palashair baddhamalla paribarhavadamba Karhichit sabala alisa gopair gaha samahayati yatra mukunda tarhi bhangagatayas sarito vai tatpadambujarajo nilanitam sriyatir vayamivam buhu punya prema vepita bhujastimitāpaha. Prema vepita bhujastimitāpaha. Barhinastabhagadadu palashair baddhamalla paribharhavan vidamba karhichit sabala alisa gopair gasamayati yatra mukunda tarhi bhangagatayas sarito vai tatpadambujarajo nilanitam sprayatir vayamiva bahu punya prema vepita bhujastimitāpaha. So, one person, one devotee. Paddhamalla paribharha vidamba
Karhichit sabala alisa gopair
Karhichit sabala alisa gopair
कासमहव्यति यत्र मुकुन्दः
दासमहायति यत्र मुकुन्दः
तर्हि भग्नगतयः सरितो वै
तर्हि भङ्गतयः सरितो वै
तत्पदाम्बुजरजो अनिलनीतम्
तदाम्बुजरजोनिलनीतं
स्पृहयातिर्वयम् इव बाहुपुण्या
भावपुण्या
प्रेमवेपितभुजास्तिमिपातापः
भुजास्तिमितापः. Okay. So, this translation is, I'm going to explain the translation as things goes, line by line. I will first do the translation and then explain the commentary of it. Barhinaha stabaka dhatu palashayer baddhamalla paribharha vidambha karichit sabala alisa gopair gaha samahvayati yatra mukundaha. So, alibihi, one gopi is telling to the other gopi, alibihi. Alibihi is the name of the gopi, means gopis are called alibihi because they are completely married in Krishna's love. Alibihi. Yayalibhir. Every day in the morning we chant. Nikunjayono radhikeli siddhyai. Yayalibhir yuktir abhikshaniya. Yaya means different plans are done by the gopis. Alibihi. Whatever plans the gopis are doing in fulfilling the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, in making arrangement for the pastimes of Radha and Krishna in Nikunja, what the gopis have planned, our Guru is executing. That is what is the meaning of the Guru Ashtaka, this verse. Every day we are contemplating, what is my Guru doing? My Guru is actually executing the plans of the gopis. Alibihi. So what is the plan of the gopis? The gopis tell, they do it. Who are doing that? The manjaris are doing. The manjaris are allowed into all the three kinds of kunjas. Kunja, Nikunja, Nivritta Nikunja. In the Nivritta Nikunja only manjaris are allowed. No gopis are allowed. Even Lalita Vishaka are not allowed there. So that is the speciality of our Sampradaya, Gaudiya Sampradaya. Our goal is to achieve the mood of the manjaris. So that is what is described in this Yayalibhir Yuktirapikshaniya Nikunjayonaha. And what is that Nikunjayona? So the gopis, they have planned, they cannot do or what? They cannot execute, they are executing, but there are certain places they cannot execute. They cannot go and execute because they are not allowed there. They cannot go because Radha and Krishna feel inhibited, sometimes shy. Oh, how can we do these pastimes in front of Lalita Vishaka? But if Rupa Manjari is there, Kamal Manjari is there, no problem. No problem. So that is called Nivritta Nikunja Leela. After the Leela is over, then only the gopis are allowed. So that is called Nivritta Nikunja Leela. That is what you are meditating every day in the morning. In the heart of Guru, you are meditating Radha Krishna Leela, Radha Krishna's pastimes. Sometimes people criticize us, especially some Gaudiya parts. Morning you are supposed to think of Radha Krishna. Why are you thinking of your Guru? You are thinking of Radha and Krishna in the heart of your Guru. What is he doing? He is engaged in the pastimes. What more Madhurama can be there than you seeing your Guru serving Radha Krishna in Rahasthana? So alibihi. Nandena mattalikau alibihi. So Gopi is saying that Krishna, Mukunda, what is he doing? Yatra Mukunda. Yatra, where this Mukunda, Yatra means where, Tarhi means then. Yatra, Tarhi, these are the words, very interesting words. Yatra Mukundaha, Mukti Pradata Sarvesham, Nastyatra Samshayaha, only Mukunda can give Mukti. Lord Shiva says this. Gandakarna went and asked, oh, Shivaji, you are my Lord. I have done all kinds of nonsense, but somehow I want to get liberation now. Then Shiva told, Gandakarna, go. I cannot give you liberation. Mukti pradeta sarvesham vishnurevahi na samshayaha. There is no doubt about it. Go. Go to Mukunda. But what mukti? Even the sadhakas reject mukti. Sadhakas reject mukti. They consider mukti as tuchha. As falgu. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami quotes minimum 30 verses from the Bhagavatam and different scriptures to prove that devotees, they neglect mukti, moksha lagutakrit. And what to speak of gopis? Even to utter the word mukti in front of them is like a sin. Krishna going to tell you, I am Mukunda, I can give you liberation. The gopis scolded Krishna, Srimati Radharani scolded Krishna. What did you say? That thinking about your lotus feet is going to give us liberation. Ahuschate nalinanava padara vindam yogeshware hridi vichintya magada bodhi sansara kupapatitottara navalambam geham jusham abhimane sudiyat sadanaha. What did you say? Very in a Vengya. How do you say Vengya? Sarcastic. It's sarcasm. Srimati Radharani tells Krishna, Acha, you told us to think of your lotus feet, which are like it's like a boat, which can cross our material existence. And that is for those people, the yogis and the jnanis. What did you say to us? That you should think about the lotus feet? Mind, if you think about my lotus feet, then you can come out of the kupa, sansara kupa. Do you think we have sansara kupa or what? We have given up our sansara kupa. The moment you played the flute, sansara kupa is gone. Yes, we are drowning in the kupa. Which kupa? Viraha kupa. And that's where Jagannatha Yatra described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Ahusyate nalinanava padara vindam. The Vyakhyana for it, even nobody gave. Vyakhyana for it, only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave. Radharani herself gave in the form of Chaitanya in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. In the Rath Yatra, this verse Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sings again and again, gives a long song. He goes on singing, giving every details of the mood of this verse, which is sung by Srimati Radharani herself. So Mukunda. So Mukti is not there. What Mukti? Then what is the meaning of Mukunda? Why they are saying Mukunda? Mukhe kundavat titi Mukunda. The teeth of Krishna, they are like the buds. Jasmine buds. Kunda pushpa. Jasmine. So in the summertime, you offer to the Lord. This small bud, and it flowers. It's very beautiful. The teeth of Krishna, they're like buds. Now somebody may say, why is it not Krishna's teeth is not like pearls? Pearls is Aishwarya Bhava. But flower is Madhurya Bhava. Panyeshaje kavala vetra vishana venum. Brahma experiencing the sweetness of Krishna. He's talking about these Barihna, Stabaka, Dhatu, Palashay. The gopis are all saying it. And Brahma is experiencing this form of Krishna, where Krishna's teeth is compared to the buds. Gunjavatam sa paripruchala sanmukaya. Gunjavata. Gunja, pushpa. There's forests, buds and seeds. And there, our acharyas say these forest buds and seeds, by which Krishna is being decorated by the gopas. The gopis, they decorate, and then the gopas remove all the decoration, put the decoration on Krishna, separate decoration. And these Gunjamala is more opulent or more wonderful than the jewels of Vaikunta, Vaidurya, the Kaustuba. So Mani, Vajra, Vaidurya, or Moti, pearls, these are all for Vaikunta. These are all for what? Aishwarya Bhava. When you talk of flowers, it is Madhurima. So, Mukhe Kundavat. Sripad Vallabhacharya, what commentary he gives on Subhodhini Tika. He talks about Mukunda. Say, Mu, Ku. Means mukti is considered as ku. Ku means useless or disgusting because of the ananda. Because when Krishna gives the bliss of his sweetness, the devotees, they don't just reject liberation, they become disgusted about liberation. People want liberation because of disgusted from matter. And now here the gopis, the devotees, they become disgusted of hearing the word liberation. Proof is Sarvamatachari. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu changed his heart, converted heart, Sarvamatachari, who was always talking about mukti, 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 when he saw Mukti Pade, Sadhavaya Bhag, the Bhagavatam verse, he says, there must be some printing mistake in this. What is Mukti Pade? It should be Bhakti Pade. Then Mahaprabhu has to console. He became very happy, but somehow consoled him, told, the actual Mukti is actually attaining the lotus feet of Krishna. Vishtangri Labham. Mukti is what? Mukti Vishnangri Labham. Mukti is nothing but attaining the lotus feet of Krishna, means service of the lotus feet of Krishna. Now Pramayas. Mukti Vishnangri Labham, Madhvacharya tells. Same thing, Mahaprabhu gives a better, Bhagavatam gives a direct explanation. Mukti Ritva Nitha Rupam Surupena Vastati. And what is that Surupa? Jivir Surup, Ohe Krishna Nityadas. This is how the connections are there. So this Mukunda, what is he wearing? Barhinaha. He is wearing Barhinaha, means peacock feather. Here, Krishna is wearing peacock feather. Actually, you don't have to do the entire painting of Krishna and then say peacock feather is there on top. No. Just put peacock feather. Anywhere, anywhere. Just put peacock feather. First person to remember is, first person whom you can remember is Krishna. Actually, the only person who can remember is Krishna. Peacock feather means Krishna actually. Barhinaha stabaka. Barhinaha stabaka. The bunch of peacock feathers. One peacock feather, sometimes bunch of peacock feathers. Dhatu Palashe is decorated. Krishna is decorated with Dhatu. Dhatu, minerals. Dhatu means nice colored minerals, not the chemical paints which are available these days. So they extract minerals from the trees, from the sap of the trees. Some fruits sometimes. There is Khadir one, Khadir Phal. From that you take the sap and then apply the red color. Wherever red color is required, especially in the feet of Srimati Radharani, Krishna applies the altar. The gopis apply the altar. That is why it is known as Khadir. Dhatu Palashay. So many leaves are there, wonderful leaves. All the leaves, different leaves. Actually, Yashoda decorates Krishna so nicely and then sends, as soon as they enter the forest, the Gwalbals, they come and then, see, what is this decoration? We'll decorate. So, Shringara is done by Yashoda, Vatsalya Rasa Bhaktas. And Vatsalya Rasa Bhaktas, what does Shringara they do? The Sakhya Rasa Bhaktas, hey, kya chalo. They remove. And the Gwalbals go here and there, they bring all the different leaves. Because Yashoda, she's having not forest flowers. She's having something grown in Nandagaon. So, but the forest flowers is more loved by Krishna. So, as the leaves, flowers, and they do the decoration of Krishna. See, beauty, when you decorate somebody, very beautiful, because it is beautiful. But Krishna is already beautiful. How can you decorate him? When the Gwalbals decorate Krishna, they make him Vichitra. Just when small boy is trying to decorate. But Vichitra has another meaning. Vishesh Rupena Chitra. Especially beautiful. So even if you want to make Krishna ugly, the more you try to beautify Krishna and make ugly, he'll become more beautiful because it is prema. It is the love of the cowherd boys which is decorating him. What enhances the beauty of Krishna is the love of his devotees. And what enhances the beauty of devotees is the love of Krishna which they are experiencing. It is not the ornaments which we put on Krishna which makes Krishna beautiful. Oh, gold ornaments I bought for Krishna. The Ahankara is there, that is yellow spoon. Krishna will reject it. What beautifies Krishna is actually our love. In Udupi, they do nice, wonderful decoration of Krishna. On Fridays, they decorate Krishna as a girl, Devi. Because sometimes it so happens when the boy is very small, the parents want to have, Hare, ladka ho gaya, ladki hota to kitna acha tha. So they want to see a ladki in the ladka. So they dress the boy as a girl. And sometimes it so happens that they have a girl child. They say, "Arey, ladki, ladka hona chahiye." At least, okay, we can dress a girl as a boy. It happens during childhood. So when somebody donated a lot of ornaments to one Swamiji, he accepted everything. Next day she came and saw that Krishna is in Vishwarupa Darshana. Then she asked Swamiji, why I gave a lot of ornaments to you? Why you did not put dressing? Then he told, Krishna is beautiful. I don't want to disturb him. You want to see your ornaments on Krishna? Come after 2 years of Pariyaya. In the 2 years, I am not going to do any dressing. Because Krishna is already beautiful. So let people experience the Krishna's beauty as it is. Why I have to abstract by my dressing? They experiencing the beauty of Krishna. This is bhava. Bhava has to be recognized. Vidhi is there. But that vidhi which doesn't recognize bhava, what is the use of the vidhi? Sarve vidnishedashur yetayor kinkara smaratar visatam vishnor vismaratav jatit. Always remember Krishna. Never forget him. Barina stabaka dhatupala shair baddamala parivarha vidambaha. Vidambaha. The word used is vidambaha. Vidamba means completely bewildering. Everybody is bewildered. Now, if you go to the previous words, you find that the gopis, they are bewildered in the first couplet. In the second couplet, who are bewildered? The sentient things, the bulls, they are bewildered. The cows are bewildered. Now, this verse, the gopis experiencing their amazement, they say, what to speak of we getting bewildered? We already allow for Krishna, but these animals are also bewildered. Now, what to speak of these animals? At least these animals are conscious. Even the unconscious things are bewildered. What is this unconscious thing which is bewildered? It is Sarita, the river, the water. Water is unconscious. And this water which is flowing in the river, that is bewildered. Vidambaha, that form of Krishna, it actually bewilders everyone. It bewildered us, it bewildered these conscious, other living entities, the animals, and this sound, the flute of Krishna, the form of Krishna, it is bewildering whom now? It is bewildering the unconscious entities also now. Tarhijit sabala alisa gopai. Tarhijit sabala alisa gopai. Sabala. Bala means Balaram. Along with Balaram, sometimes Krishna, he calls out, ahvayati, gaha samahvayati yatra mukundaha. Gaha means the cows. Now the cows are drinking water. Yamuna, because the first thing what Krishna does is he takes the cows to the Yamuna, drink water. And the last thing what Krishna does is take the cows to drink water in Yamuna. And this actually is pastimes, if I am really correct, is happening exactly at the Varaha Ghat. When we do the Vrindavan Parikrama, you do the Parikrama and take a right turn. You go from the Krishna Balram tree, go you the hospice and go further. And then you take a right turn and there's a left turn. Even till today, right turn is the whole place where the gopis come, they drill water and all. And the left is a forest. Even till today, you can see, if you stand at that exact junction, if you see the right side, it is all buildings and people staying, matas, traffic and all. If you see to the left side, you can have a glimpse of what it used to be 5,000 years. It's all forest. Though there Krishna would make the cows drink before they enter the forest, and coming back also, there Krishna would make the cows drink water. Because at one time, even when I went to Vrindavan, 95 was the first year I went to Vrindavan, at that time the water was flowing very close to that. And then takes a very steep right turn and goes further. So the whole forest is there, even till today. It's mentioned as Cowherd Boys Trail. In the book, if you open, it says Cowherd Boys Trail. Means that is how the cowherd boys used to go. So sometimes the cow would be drinking water and Krishna would be getting late. It's already getting late. Now, what is he getting late? Yeah, it's getting dark, one other reason. And Krishna is getting late. Another reason, you say, oh, Nandamada, Yashoda are in anxiety. And third reason, the gopis want to meet Krishna. And he's in anxiety when the rasa is going to start. There are many reasons. Actually, one of the acharyas clearly say, whatever pastimes Krishna does, it is only keeping the gopis in mind. Even in Sakya rasa, Vatsal rasa, all these things, rasas are subservient to Madhurya. So he's in anxiety. In an anxiety, he's calling. What is he calling? Gaha samahvayati. Ahvayati means to welcome, to call. Samyak rupena ahvayati. Along with Gopas and Balram, he's calling everyone. He's calling all the cows. When he's calling all the cows, the cows have got female names. And the rivers are hearing these names because the rivers also have female names. And the gopis also have female names. The gopis are actually seeing the reflection of their love in every pastime of Krishna, every step of Krishna. They are seeing the reflection of their love for Krishna. That is Madhuryam. So it is a pastime of Krishna calling the calves or the cows. So it may be thinking it's a Gocharan Leela. No, it is not Gocharan Leela. It is full of Madhurima because that is what the gopis are thinking. Oh, just see how fortunate are these cows that Krishna is calling them. And one gopi says, no. Actually, he's calling us only. In this way, they are vidambana. Their mind is completely disturbed because now the time is going to come when Krishna is going to come and they're going to participate in the ras. They're experiencing this not only viraha. In that viraha, what is there? This aturata. Yes, it's going to come. It's going to happen. So, karhichit sabala ari sagopair. Sagopaihi, he's calling. And sometimes it so happens, Krishna would tell Balaram and all the cowherd boys, you go ahead, I'll call the cows. Because Krishna wants to increase the prema in the cows in the river, the water. When Krishna calls the cows along with Balaram and the cowherds, then there is one kind of rasa which he is experiencing and making the cows experience when he personally calls, alone. Nobody is calling. Then the cows, they come running. They come running. And the second call of the cows happens in Ter Kadamba. 2 calls. One call near that Yamuna, where he sends them and then calls them. And there the cows, sometimes, some cows don't come. Because the cows feel, why I should come? Let him personally call me. It so happens you send a WhatsApp message to somebody, personal phone aaya tabhi jayenge. Some people have this thing. So some cows had this thing. And Krishna knew, he called. Ahvayati yatra mukunda tari. Tari means then what happened? Bhagnakataya sarito vai. Bhagnakataya. Gati. Gati means now the river is flowing. The river is flowing. The flow is called gati. The steps, what you take. Bhagnakataya. Just by hearing the nice, wonderful call of Krishna. The call of Krishna is through the flute. Krishna can call a particular gopi or a gopa or a cow by his flute, playing the flute. What is this flute? This flute is a wonderful, transcendental instrument. Actually, it is conscious instrument which transforms the Swarupa Madhurima into Shabda Madhurima. Like you have converter, isn't it? It converts the Madhurima, the sweetness of the form of Krishna, when it is it converts into the sweetness of sound. So when Krishna played the flute, Vamshi Vatatatastha, he is playing the flute, the sweetness of the form of Krishna, it entered the flute and became into a sound. So actually it is Krishna who entered the heart of the gopis through their adhara, to their karnarandra. The sound of the flute of Krishna entered the ears of the gopis, and through the ears it went to the heart of the gopis. And what did it do? It created a havoc. Wherever Krishna goes, he creates a havoc. You chant Krishna's name, it creates havoc in your life. others' life. That is what Krishna does. Somebody told me, Prabhuji, जब से मैं नाम भक्ति में आया सब तो बर्बाद हो रहा है. Then I told, what happened to the gopis? Just see. They heard Krishna's flute, barbad. Gave everything. Duhyanto kaschit gopya. Some gopis, they were milking. They keep the vessel and then they go on milking. They heard the flute sound and immediately stood up. All the milk fell down, they ran. And some gopis, they had taken the milk and put it on the stove. And it is boiling. They are waiting so that it should not overflow. And they heard the sound, they ran. Nishamya Gitam Tadananga Vardhanam Grihita Manasa. Krishna Grihita Manasa. What happened? When Krishna played the flute. Nishamya Gitam Tadananga Vardhanam. They heard Brajo Kalam Vamadrisham Manoharam. Sripad Sanatana Goswami in Brihad Vaishnava Toshni gives a beautiful vyakhyana to this. Vamadrisham Manoharam. What is Vamadrik Manoharaha? It is nothing but Klim. Klim is the Bijakshara for the Kama Gayatri. So what was heard by the gopis is the Kama Gayatri mantra with the Brahmanas chant. Those who have got this Brahmana initiation or the genuine. So they chant this mantra, the last Kama Gayatri, the Kama Bija. So that was heard by the gopis. And then Grihita Manasa. In the mind of the gopis, there is only Krishna, nothing else. But they were not meeting Krishna. What was the reason? Because they were afraid. Bhaya. What will people think? They are afraid of their husbands, afraid of their brothers. And some gopis, they were thinking that what would people feel? They were lajja. Some gopis, they heard about Krishna. He is not a right person. ये बाहर से भी काला, अंदर से भी काला है. विश्वास मत करना. So they are using their intelligence. Should we go or not go? If we go, we have seen many gopis crying. We don't go. And at the same time, there's Viveka. They are using their Viveka. And then some gopis had pride. Why we should go? Usko aane to. So these were the four things which are actually making the gopis not to meet Krishna in spite of the love, Krishna prema, which is boiling in their heart. Like you have a pressure cooker. The steam is boiling and a lot of pressure is there. The steam has to go. But there's a weight. So Krishna knew the heart of the gopis. So he played the flute. So he wanted to remove those four obstacles which are actually within their own heart, not allowing them to meet him. So they all ran to meet Krishna. So this is the flute which has created a havoc in the entire Raja. The gopis ran at the same time. Every family, everyone were thinking, where are they? Where are our gopis? Where are our wives? Where are our daughters? Your sisters? You're running behind them. But nobody could catch them. Only few were caught. Of course, that's the story in the 10th calendar, 29th chapter, Raspanchadhyay's first chapter. Tarhi Bangagataya. Then what happened? The Bangagati, Gati that stopped. Sarito Vai. But Krishna is far away. The Sarita, the water, wanted to have darshan of Krishna, wanted Krishna to come and play in the waters, but could not. Then took shelter of Padambuja Rajaha, Tat Padambuja Rajaha. When you become Vyakula, at that time, the only thing which can help you is actually soothe your heart is to think of the mercy of the dust of the lotus feet of Krishna. When you don't get Krishna, at least Krishna, the dust of the lotus feet, the river. Then how to get, because the river is flowing, it is the banks of the river is not allowing the river to go. It is stopped. The flow has stopped, but still the banks are holding the river from attaining Krishna, going towards Krishna. Then the river looks at Anila, O wind, O Vayudev, at dust of the lotus feet of Krishna. Get it? Here, the Vrajavasis and all the things in Vraja, and the devotees, they're hankering for the dust of the lotus feet of Krishna, and Krishna is hankering with the dust of the lotus feet of Radharani. Tam Radhika Charanarenum Aham Smarami. Prabodhanand Saraswati, Radhara Sudhanidhi. Wonderful Grantha. Prakashanand Saraswati became Prabodhanand Saraswati. Wonderful literatures. What a commentary. What a scripture. Radha Rasasudhanidhi. So there he talks about Madhusudanopi Dhanyadi Dhanya Pavanena Kritarthamani. Dhanyadi Dhanya Pavanena Kritarthamani. Even Madhusudanopi, even Madhusudana thinks I'll be somehow get the Anila, the wind blowing from the direction of Barsana, or in the Nivritta Nikunja Kunja when Tungvidya is putting she's fanning. And she fans very crookedly at Krishna, looking at Krishna, she's fanning the body of Radharani, and that Anchala Vasananchana Kena Nutta, that Vasana, the garments of Krishna being touched by the wind, the breeze which has touched the body of Srimati Radharani, it touches not even Krishna, touches the Vasana of Krishna, the dress of Krishna, little bit. Then Kritarthamani, he thinks, oh, my life is successful. So that Krishna's Padam Bujarajo Anilanitam, when it comes, Sprayater Vayam Iva Abahu Punya. They think Abahu. Iva Abahu Punya. So he doesn't have that kind of punya because we get to know now. We get to experience Krishna. We get to dance with Krishna. Now, this water doesn't have that kind of punya. Arey, what to do? Maybe our situation is also like that. There is so much Vakhyana. I'm not going to get into this commentary of this. So many different alternatives of the explanation is given by Sripad Sanatana Goswami and Srila Jiva Goswami, and also Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur. Prema Vebita Bhuja Stimitapa. What happened? When the water got stopped, but agitation is there, so much of agitation to reach Krishna. So what are the hands of the Sarita, Yamuna water? It is the waves. Prema Vepita Bhuja. They are trembling. Hands were trembling. The waves were trembling. And the gopis are also thinking that we also experience the same thing. They are seeing the flow of the water and they are seeing their experiences in the water. Stimitapaha. When the water got stopped, what the experience which they are having in their heart, they are expressing through everything, whatever they see in Vraja. That is called Mahabhagavata. When you have prema, Yamam Pashyati Sarvatra, Sarvam Chamai Pashyati. So, Krishna, seeing Krishna everywhere, learn from the gopis. They're actually not only seeing Krishna, they are seeing their experiences with Krishna when they are seeing the natural phenomena of Vraja. This is how the gopis, their Krishna consciousness, their prema is hidden in these beautiful prayers. So we stop here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, no questions. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.